Hello, good morning. I hope you're well and enjoying this Sunday morning. We had a hailstorm here this morning. It's absolutely shocking weather and it's pouring with rain. It's very dark outside, so I hope you're able to see me. Anyway, welcome and thank you for joining me. And this is the final part of a series of videos I've been doing about making a wildflower meadow, a meadow box. And yes, and today we're going to bring it all together. So we've been talking about the mechanics and the choice of plant material, and today actually do the design together. So somebody's just come on. I can't quite see who it is. So hello to everybody who's there. Oh, good talk. Oh, hello Jack. Hello Jack. I love your tea towels, by the way. I wouldn't mind buying some of those. I really enjoyed your tea towels. So anyway, thank you for being here. So I'm going to try and do a zero waste design. So there'll be no, everything can be recycled or composted at the end. And just to say about containers, that there is a place for single-use containers. That in the floristry trade, they're sending designs out to customers. They do need, they don't want to be sending out, ceramic pots and things, and so they do need to have those on. And hi Jack, right, great. And yeah, so there is a need for single-use containers, even though we're even though we're not doing using floral foam in designs. And a lot of containers, like this hat box, for example, this would, it's cardboard, but you would have to put floral foam in it, or perhaps do a hand tied. So a lot of florists used to use like baskets and things like that, but you can't put if you've got a basket lined with plastic, you can't put chicken wire in it because it's prickly and it'll make a hole in the plastic. Anyway, I'm trying to move on. So what I've got here is a box, and so this is going to go on a windowsill or on a mantelpiece, and so it's a sort of a narrow, tall, sort of vertical design, and that's why they call it a meadow, because it sort of goes upwards, but it's not really got anything to do with the plants that go in it, because it goes upwards. And so what I've done is I've got this box and some nice flexible plant material. This is reed, but you could use some ivy. I've got some ivy somewhere, sorry. So you could use ivy, would actually work well for this. But I'm just going to show you with some reed, and I got a bit of masking tape here, and so I'm just going to secure the end of the reed into the corner of the box with the masking tape. There we are. And then looping this over like that and just securing the other end. That probably doesn't need to be secured. Now I don't know if you can see that there. So I will secure it with the masking tape. And just repeating that pattern over the box, just bending these stems over the box in both directions to make a framework to support the cow parsley, which is all straggly and loose. So that's the first thing to do that. Now, and then once the structure's in place, I started weaving grass and raffia. So I got some nice long grass here, and I started to weave the grass around the framework. Now I've done it ahead of time because I didn't want to be on here for too long. So looping these over and then filling the tray up with jam jars that come up just to the top, or plastic containers, anything like that, or anything that's waterproof in the box. So I'll just show you the finished piece that I've done here. And so this is the finished structure, and it looks a bit scruffy here, but so I've looped over all these plants, and just woven it around with raffia and grass to make a support structure for our plants. And it's all got jam jars in the bottom. I don't know if you can see, it's filled with jam jars and half a shampoo bottle cut down. So this is fully recyclable. There's, obviously the cardboard will be composted, and this is all sort of natural organic. There's no metal wire or anything like that. And then the glass jars obviously can be recycled, and well, the plastic hopefully could be recycled as well. So it's just got a more natural, organic feel to it. And so I've got here a piece of, this is grass out the garden. And so what we're going to do is just drop the plant material in. So it should support the stems. So I'm not sure if you can see the bottom there. So we're not going to go up that tall. We want to go up twice the height of the container, so just up to the top there. But we're just going to arrange now into this framework. So if you were doing it with a pin holder or foam, you'd be securing the plants at the bottom and then they'd sort of be coming out. But what we're doing is actually securing it at the top and just sitting the plants into the container. Now I must remember, sorry, I keep going off camera. I don't know, this is very good. But I just to fill up the jam jars now with water. So obviously there's no sort of polythene in there. So if I've just got to be careful not to spill any water onto the cardboard box. So there we are. And preferably some nice small jars are better than big ones. You don't want any big wide jars. So just fill those up. They don't want to be too full actually, because the water might slop out. But there we are, nearly done now. And so cow parsley, I think that we kind of have, I don't know, a sort of obligation to use it really. It's just that there is so much of it growing all round. I mean, it's just miles and miles and miles. And Jack, you'll know because you live around here and you'll see it. But there is just absolutely tons and tons and tons of it. And so I'm not against buying cut flowers, but it's like, why are people buying imported flowers from Colombia when we've got all this stuff on our doorstep? And it's just a case of learning how to use it, really. So right, so I've filled up the things with water, and I've got these aqualegias out the garden. I saw out on the hedgerows this sort of red campion growing, and I thought that looks a bit reminiscent of the red campion. And then I've got this. Well, I was on a sort of a pink thing. This is Clematis montana that was in the garden. I didn't really used to like it, but my sister-in-law was talking about it yesterday. And now what I like about this design is that with these sort of trading things, that we can secure them onto the structure. So it's a good way of using trailing plant material. So I've got this. This is lovely pink flowers, and normally it'd be very, very difficult to use. Very difficult to use in a design, because it's all, you perhaps have to have it trailing down or whatever. But I thought we could try and put some of this in and secure it onto the structure. And so this will be lovely when wild roses come out in it won't be many weeks. We'll be able to, this is the sort of thing you could do with a wild rose. Those long arching stems, which are absolutely terrible really for florists, but we would be able to use those. So there we are. So I've just draped that round. So we're going to cover this structure now with the cow parsley. That's the idea anyway. So I hope it all works out okay. So here are our grasses out the garden. Absolute nuisance in the garden, but they'll work lovely. And I've got some little cranesbill geraniums there. All these floppy, straggly things. And we're going to try and bring them together into a more sort of structured design. So I've got a great big bunch of cow parsley here. Absolutely loads of it. So, I think we ought to have a cow parsley festival in Kent, to attract tourists to the region. We could have a big, in May, couldn't we? We could have a big cow parsley festival, and decorate our villages and our towns with cow parsley. Would be really, really lovely. So here are these horrible branching stems that are actually quite difficult to arrange. But you see, what I'm thinking is, if we can get them into this container, we will have overcome the problem. So anyway, so here goes. Let's just have a look. So what I'm going to try and do is sort of weave the flowers around the structure there. So that's just gone into the water now, and we're just supporting it there on the top with the bit difficult to see back to front, but yes, so it's just holding it in place. So that looks quite promising from where I'm standing. So, and then we can use the shorter pieces down at the front, sort of just weaving them in between. That's it there, and it's just holding it nice and tight against the container. And I noticed, I was just looking at some you know, like some Japanese florists with when they do like ikebana, the plant container is part of, not the container, the mechanics is part of the design, that they sort of use twigs and things, and they make it sort of very visible. And I was just with this thing about no floral foam, that when you're training, when florists are being trained, you're always sort of told you mustn't nobody must be able to see your mechanics. When people are looking at your design, you don't want them to know how you must make it visible how you've done it. You can see the container, but you have to sort of cover all your mechanics up. They mustn't show, and that is part of the training in floristry. You don't want you to reveal your mechanics, but I think it translates through in, now that we're doing the no floral foam, is that people do these fantastic no floral foam installations, and they here all mass made, all beautiful thing, look, no floral foam, but of course and you can't see how they've done it, and they won't reveal their sort of trade secrets of how they've done their no floral foam design. And of course, really, for smaller florists, they don't know, they can't access the training to work out how to do these no floral foam designs. So I think that's a bit of a problem if we're trying to use less plastic, and then you've got people who are being sort of secretive about how they how they do things. It's not really sort of very helpful. So yeah, so anyway, so I'm just going to be totally open, share with everybody what I'm doing. I don't think it should be kept a secret. I don't think you should have to pay loads of money to a couple of £1,000 or something to go on a special no floral foam course, so that you can learn how to do that. So this is taking quite a long time. I'm a bit concerned about how long it's taking, but I think it is looking quite. I'm quite pleased with the way it's looking. Yeah, so it is actually sort of just keeping the cow parsley a bit tidier and a bit more upright. So and I'm just weaving this in through the stems there, and the container is going to be visible, and that will make it look nice and neat and tidy. So this bit here is quite sort of hasn't got much going on there, so I need to sort of cover that up a bit, and it will need to be done all in the round as well, 360 degrees. So these bits are quite tall, so they're just poking them in really. It's doesn't require any special sort of floristry skills or anything like that. You're just sticking it into the jam jar and filling up the gaps. So that's starting to, that one's a bit sticking out a bit. Just weave that in there. That's it. Okay, so here we are. So let me just have a look. So there's lots of gaps. There's a lot of gaps to fill up. So we've got plenty of plant material, so that will be okay. So just keep poking that in, and with the cow parsley, I think it's quite sort of forgiving really with these the shape of the flowers, that it's you can just sort of pack it all in together, and that's absolutely fine. So we're just filling it up now. Just have a quick little look. There's a lot of going to take a lot of work to what I might do is just bunch, to speed things up a bit, just make a little poses of 3 or 4 stems and do them all together there. That's a bit quicker rather than doing them all doing them all all in one go. So yes, let's make some little poses here of the cow parsley, just to speed things up. Otherwise we'll be here all day. So that's there. So yes, I've just made a little, just bunching it up now to try and sort of hurry things along, and just poking it in. So we've got this lovely structure here. There, I don't know if you can see. Yes, so we're starting to fill this up at the front. It looks more like a flower wall actually, I would say, than anything else. So perhaps that would be an idea for a flower wall. And I'm just conscious that the hedgerows have just sort of taken off the last couple of weeks, last week or so. We've got lots and lots of flowers coming out, and the oxeye daisies will be out in bloom very soon, and I want to be able to use those in design. So this is a sort of a first step to developing some mechanics for you know, to be able to do that. So I've got another bunch here, and so this is much quicker way to do it, to just make sure that goes into there. Oh, that's it. So we're starting to build it up from the base. Probably, yes, that's right, yes. And then so the next row along, I'll just do these a little bit. Sorry, I'm going off camera there. So I'll just do these a little bit longer, a little bit taller. There we are. And these are going to be tucked in down behind that front row. So I've got another little bunch there. And so I'm going to just tuck these down behind. Then can you see that structure just holds it all in place? So I'm quite pleased with that. I was a little bit nervous this morning. I thought, oh goodness, I hope this will work, because I hadn't practiced. So I was getting quite nervous about that. So there we are. So another little bunch. The stem's a little bit longer this time, and just poking it in down there into the jam jar. I'm doing this upside down. I think that's yes. Oh, that's filling out the gaps there. So we've not got any spaces. So he's using up quite a lot of cow parsley. I must admit. I think I might be out tomorrow picking some more. Sorry, I'm going off camera. I'm not not paying attention to what I'm doing. So there we are. So there's all these little, the structure just allows you to just poke it in there. Oh yes, this is looking quite promising, back to front. I can add some grass in there as well, just to finish off. And we've got these lovely aqualegias as well, goodness. So I'm quite surprised at how much cow parsley I've got through. But, so there we are, that's in there. So this is, oh, that's yes, I'm quite pleased with that. So we're filling all the spaces up there, and we've still got the aqualegias, and there's still some more of that lovely clematis as well. So it's a really good way to use that up. So just poke that in there. So making sure the stems go down into the jam jars, and oh yes, sorry, I just need to have a look. Yeah, so that is actually filling it up. So we're just getting this sort of wall of cow parsley there, yeah. So this would look nice on a mantelpiece or a windowsill. There we are. That's it. And yes, and you know, everything's so sort of behind at the moment with the weather. It's really just absolutely been crazy here. So hopefully, I think when everything gets going, it's really going to take off. Right. So I'm really surprised at how much cow parsley I've used. It's really sort of swallowed up a lot of the cow parsley. So I'm nearly coming to the end of this. So we've still got the aqualegias to go. So there's a little bit of a gap there in the middle, but maybe some aqualegias can go in there. So we've created. I really need to go round and do both sides, but we've created a little cow parsley wall there. I'm quite pleased with that. Now I just need to fill those gaps. Sorry, I keep going off off camera, sorry, I apologise. So we've got a little bit of a gap there, just fill that one up there, that's it. And then that just needs some flowers in it. Oh, I haven't even used the grasses yet. Where have I put the grasses? So we've got these grasses, and I just wonder if we need them or not, really. But these don't even need to go into water because they're dry. You know, they'll just dry. Oh, that looks nice. So this is really easy. Way to arrange your flowers. You know, you don't have to have any. You know, it's everything just sort of goes exactly where you want it to. There's with I don't know, with chicken wire pinholes, it's like you've got to place things and stuff. I just like this idea that you can just stick it in and it sort of stays where you want it to go. So there's some grasses. So I sort of wanted to have some grasses in it. So they've gone in all right. That's great. Now I think this could do really with some more of the clematis, but I don't think now is the time to be doing it. So it seems a shame really to cut these these beautiful aquilegias. They're really, you know, they've got lovely long stems. It seems a shame to cut them really. I'm just wondering whether to have them on the sort of on the top really might be. So they could all go through there or on the top. I don't know. Oh, and for a wild thing, they have lovely long straight stems for a wild or self-seeded flower. They're beautiful pink colour. They're, you know, almost like the sort of thing that you would have, you know, that you would buy in the shops really. So, oh, there we are. So this is all coming on quite nice. So I'm doing it back to front so I can't see what's happening there. That's right. So this is, you know, this is nice. So for a nice sort of country sort of bouquet type thing. I can't really see what I'm doing back to front, but I'm sure you'll get the idea of what's required. And you know, I hope you have a go at this at home. I think it looks a lot smarter than if you just plonked the cow parsley in the vase and it was going everywhere. So a bit more grass in there. That's a bit long, that one. There we are. So that's nearly finished. I think I'm gonna you know, call it a day there. There you can see enough. Somebody's joined us. I think I can't. Oh, hello there. Hello. I've been enjoying. So anyway, so that's, you know, it still needs a bit of tidying up and what have you. Yeah, there's some gaps, but that's the idea. Well, I'll go around the back and do the back as well. So it's a 360-degree design. So I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it Zareen or Zareen? But anyway, Zareen watching coaching. Hello, hi, hello. Thank you for being here. Lovely. I've been watching along with your posts and finding them very inspiring and motivating. So thank you for that. So yeah, so there it is. There's our cow parsley design in a zero waste container there. So I want to develop this idea as we go along over the next few weeks, that we need to do something where the box isn't visible, and we'll be able to sorry Joe, I can't read what it says. Oh, thank you, that's very kind. Thank you. So there it is. So I hope you have a go. So all that is cow parsley, grass, you know, grass weeds out the garden, and a third flower, and you just sort of just stick it all in, and it makes a nice little arrangement, and it all go, you know, there's no, you know, it's a zero waste design. So anyway, so thank you very much for joining me. It's been lovely having you here, and I'm going to carry on with the cow parsley theme. Hopefully, while it's still in the hedgerows, I think we should use it and think of some different designs over the next few weeks. So anyway, have a lovely Sunday, and thank you for being here, and you know, really appreciate it, and I really enjoy, you know, following along with you on Instagram as well. So have a lovely Sunday, and I'll see you soon. All right, so bye for now. Thank you.